the FDA will move as quickly as possible to address this issue and expand the indication for AZT.
He didn't even blink. This was entirely second nature to him. To unblinkingly get on television night after night and speak of this incredibly toxic chemical, and I mean really toxic.
People with asymptomatic HIV infection.
Since AZT is a drug that's already on the market, physicians can at their discretion prescribe it for whatever it is that they want to prescribe it for.
Anthony Fauci made a decision at a certain point and came out with it that anybody with CD4 cells lower than 500, though they were still healthy and not symptomatic of AIDS, should go on AZT as a preventive measure.
All participants whose T4 counts are less than 500 should be offered AZT.
I knew that the drug had come out of an anti-cancer program. Basically, it's a modified nucleic acid. Our DNA and RNA are made of these little chemical bases, and when you modify some of them, they can jam the machinery of cells replicating. That's how a lot of chemotherapy drugs work, and this is just the same.
One person I interviewed, his brother was perfectly healthy and had been persuaded to go on a high dose of AZT, and he was dead within a year, but also his face melted away. It's like Hiroshima. Very powerful radiation.
He was diagnosed. He had advanced AIDS, near death, just months to live, massive infections in his lungs, all over his body, Kaposi sarcoma lesions on his skin, high titers of the virus all throughout his body. And instead of being dead today, as most of the people taking AZT were by undergoing hyperthermia at the University of Rome, today he is alive and well. There is a successful series of treatments. I use the word treatments. There's no one treatment I think is better than any other. Hyperthermia, vitamin C drips, ozone treatment.
I had taken my medical records down to the National Institutes of Health, to Dr. Fauci's lab, and showed them, because they have presently discredited this treatment. And that's why our federal government has not allowed it here in the United States as of yet. Showed them my medical records. And what I did is I blanked out a set that had my name on it, showed them and said, well, what do you think of this? Their response is, well, this person obviously got better. What did they do?
Fauciism is an absolute contempt for natural, non-toxic therapies, a contempt for the whole dialectic and discussion about what is an immune system, what is health, how do you detoxify, what does it mean when you're getting sick from a chronic illness. Is it just a matter of attacking the accused pathogen with the most toxic drugs kind of imaginable? AZT at the time was the most toxic drug that had ever been put in a capsule and given to human beings.